Hello my dear students, welcome once again to Zenith Academy Online. My name is Fatima Vora and today we are going to cover a small and important topic of affixes. Affixes has two parts, prefix and suffix. The base of affix is the root word. Something attached to the root word before is called as prefix and something attached after the root word is called as suffix. Let's move ahead and study it in detail. What is this? Now, what actually suffix, prefix and affix means? Affixes are of two types. The word affix itself suggests that something is fixed or attached to the main root word. They are of two types, prefixes and suffixes. Prefixes which are added before the root word and suffixes which are added after the root word. Now again, suffixes are divided into two types, derivational suffixes and inflectional suffixes. Types of suffixes. A derivational suffix is used to derive one word from another. It is the one which changes the form class of the word. Now what does this mean? It means that when we add suffix when we add a derivational suffix to the main root word, it changes the form of that word, the class of that word. Means that word changes from noun to verb or adjective and vice versa. For example, by adding er to the root word sprint, one can change the verb sprint to noun sprinter. Means the class of the word sprint is changed. It is changed from verb to noun, and accordingly when we add ly, slow is a verb. When we add ly, so the verb changes to adverb. It becomes slowly. Similarly, we can change noun to adjective and vice versa. So such words, when they change the form, it is called as derivational suffix. Other such suffixes include al, able, is, ly, and y, etc. Means, for example, the word is stable, so it becomes stabilize. So the form of the word is changed, and that is called as derivational suffix. Let's move ahead to inflectional suffix. Inflectional suffix do not change the class of the word, but only represents a different form of the same word. Means if it is a noun, it will remain a noun and it won't be changed to verb or adjective. Means the class of the word is not changed. The addition of these to a noun changes it from singular to plural. If inflectional suffix is added to a noun, it changes the noun from singular to plural. For example, gem becomes gems when you add only s. S is the suffix over here. Box becomes boxes when es suffix is added. So gem and boxes, both the singular words are converted or changed to plural words. So the suffix over here is called as inflectional suffix. The type and the form of the word remains the same. Next example is its addition to a verb changes the tense of the verb. Now verb will remain an action word, verb itself, but its tense will be changed. It might be changed to participle form or infinite form or the past tense of the verb. For example, work becomes worked when ed is added. Spit becomes spitted when ed is added. Also, if you add the suffix ing, it becomes working, spitting. So it will remain a verb, but only the tense or the form of that verb will change. Next is its addition to an adjective changes the degree from positive to comparative or superlative. For example, big, when you add the suffix er, it becomes bigger, that is comparative degree. And when we add the suffix est, it becomes biggest, that is the superlative degree. So this is the basic difference between derivational and inflectional suffix. Derivational suffix will change the class of the word, and inflectional suffix will only represent a different form of that same word in the same class. Let's move ahead and see what the root word means. In the very first slide, I told you that the root word is the main base of this affixes. Several English words are formed by adding prefixes or suffixes to the basic words. Basic word to which affixes are added is known as the root word, since it forms the basic of a new word. The basic word or the main word is called as the root word. As we saw in the last slide, big is the root word. When we add the suffix er, it becomes bigger. When we add the suffix est, it becomes biggest. But the main word, the root word big, remains the same. The root word is also a word in its own right, means it might make a meaning on its own. For example, in the word lovely, the root word is love and ly is the suffix. But when the suffix ly is removed, still the root word love makes a meaning on its own. However, a root word does not necessarily have the capacity to stand alone and make meaning on its own. There are several root words which might not make the meaning when the suffixes and prefixes are removed. So such root words are called as bound stem root words, and the one which makes meaning individually are called as free stem. Let's study that in detail. Let's study the morphology of root words. The first one is free stem. Free stem root words can stand alone and can make meaning on its own. They do not specifically require any suffix or prefix to complete its meaning. Are in current usage, means without suffix and prefix also these words make individual meaning and can be used in any sentence or in conversations. In the word frontal, for example, the root word is front and is a free stem because without the suffix al also the root word front is used and makes a meaning. In the word unlock, lock is the root word and un is the prefix added. So when you add this prefix un, it makes the opposite of the word lock. Lock and unlock, these two are antonyms of each other. But without the prefix also, lock is a word, is a noun. So these words which make individual meaning and are still in use without the suffix and prefix are called as free stem root words. Let's move to bound stem root words. They cannot stand alone and make meaning, means these are the words which do not seem meaningful without the suffix or prefix. They have become obsolete and are no longer in vogue, means bound stem root words are words which might be used in the ancient English or in other literatures but are not in current use. In the word ruthless, for example, the word ruth is a bound stem word because when you remove the suffix less, only ruth does not make any meaning and cannot be used individually in formation of any sentence. In the word reject, re is the prefix added to the word ject, but ject is a bound stem word because only the word ject does not make any meaning and it cannot be used individually. Let's move ahead and see some common root words with its definition. Here, the first root word given is ambi. Ambi means both, and that is why when added a proper suffix to it, it becomes ambiguous and ambivalent. So, ambi is both, guous when two things or both the things are mixed, ambivalent when both the things or both things are individually or equivalent. They are both present equivalently, so it is ambivalent. Aqua. Aqua is a free stem root word which means water. We use it for scientific languages. So aquarium and aquamarine. Odd. The word odd is a bound stem root word. We cannot use it singly, but when added proper suffix, it makes audience and audition. Bene. Bene means good. It is an old English literature word, but in today's English, we use benefactor and benevolent. Cent. Cent is 100. So when we add century, so century is the suffix added, it makes century for 100 years, and percent, Per is the prefix added to cent. So percent is always calculated on the basis of 100. Next is circum. The meaning of the word is circum is around. Circumference is the word that we used, or circumcircle. Dict. Now dict is to say. This is also a bound stem and old English literature word. It means when we add proper suffix or prefix. So here I have added suffixes. It makes dictation and dictator. DUC duck and DUCT duck both mean the same. It is to lead somewhere. So when prefix is added, CON is added, it means to conduct something. And induce, here T is not there. In is the prefix and C is the suffix added, and it makes altogether a new word. So DUC is a bound stem root word and DUCT is a free stem root word. FAC, fac. Fac is to make or to do something, but this is a bound stem root word, cannot be used singly on its own. But factory, TORY is the suffix added, and manufacture, in this word manu is the prefix and TURE is the suffix. Both when added all together makes completely a new word, and it means something that we produce, to manufacture something. The last one is form. This is a free stem root word. It means that to make a shape of something, to form something. So confirm, reform, formation, formed, these are several words made from the free stem root word form. Now let's see some examples of common prefixes. These are common prefixes like un, im, dis. Certain words or certain prefixes when added to the root word make its antonyms. Let's see. When you add un, it means that you are making an antonym of that root word. Able, unable. Acceptable, unacceptable. Do, undo. So these are all the antonyms of the free stem root words. Now when added im, it might make an antonym or it might not. Im, imperfect. Perfect, imperfect. These two are antonyms of each other. Possible, impossible. But this word immerse is not an antonym. Merse is a bound stem root word. And immerse, when IM prefix is added, it means to immerse something, maybe in liquid, water, whatever. Means to put it down. This. Now this also makes antonyms. For example, obedient, free stem root word, disobedient. It's antonyms. Locate, dislocate, respect, disrespect. So here all the three words are free stem root words. Pre. Now prepare. Now in this, pair is a bound stem root word, and when you add the prefix pre, it makes a new word, that is prepare. Presume. Here also zoom is a bound stem root word. Preference. So ference is also a bound stem root word. Next one is ex. Expert, extend, experience. When you remove the prefix ex, all the root words are bound stem root words. In. Here the words are income, where come means to come somewhere, to reach somewhere. But when you add in, income altogether makes a new meaning. It is the income or the salary or something like that which a person receives. So this word income has a free stem root word come. Invoice. Voice is a free stem root word, but when added the prefix in, it gives the word a completely new meaning. Insurance. Here surance is a bound stem root word and in is the prefix. Let's move ahead to some common suffixes. The common suffixes that we use in our writing day-to-day English are able, stable, unable, lovable. Now here lovable, in this word love is the free stem root word and able is the suffix. Unable, now in this word unable, able itself is the root word and here it is also used as the suffix. Stable is a word with able as the suffix, but st does not make any meaning on its own. So this itself is a word. You can also add certain more suffixes or prefixes to it, like unstable, stabilize, stability, like that. Now next one is tion, shun. Now when you add tion to the root word annote, it becomes annotation. So this tion is usually used when we have to change the class of the word from verb to noun. Create becomes creation. Procrastinate becomes procrastination. Next one is ly. Now ly is mostly added when we are changing the class of the word to adverb. Properly, proper becomes properly, free becomes freely, slow becomes slowly, greedy, greedily, etc. Eyes, stabilize, revise, wise. Now wise in itself is a free stem word. You can add more suffixes to it, like wisely, or it becomes wisdom as a noun. Next is ing. Now when adding ing, we are changing the class of the word. The verb becomes the participle form. Doing, working, sterling. Now in this last word sterling itself is a noun and ing does not make any difference. So stir is a bound stem root word. And the last one is less. Whenever we are adding suffix less, means we are saying that there is something lesser to that word. Ruthless. Ruth is a bound stem root word and does not make meaning without the word less. Next is useless, but here useless is a free stem root word. We can use the word without the suffix less. And the last one is effortless. Effort is the free stem root word. So my dear students, I hope you have understood the concept of prefix and suffix and there are no more doubts. In case you have any doubts, please feel free to write in our comment section. Do subscribe to our channel and like our video. Stay tuned to Zenith Academy Online. Thank you.